1775. Never has the Chinese Empire been so widespread, so prosperous, so powerful. It is the apogee of the reign of the Emperor Qianlong. And it is from these palaces, built to exalt his glory, striking symbols of power, that the Son of the Heavens governs over millions of subjects in the world's oldest empire, the Middle Empire. And yet, on this summer morning, the Forbidden City is at the dawn of certain tragic events which will shake the foundations of the empire.
French company Cryo Interactive and Canal Plus Multimedia did a series of point-and-click adventure type of video games in the 90s. They were set in ancient Egypt, 17th century France, or Imperial China, which we will look at in this video. This game was released in 1998 for Windows and PS1. The reception was not so positive, with reviewers giving it only around 4 out of 10. As a person who is fascinated by Chinese history and culture, I wanted to play this despite the mediocre reviews. The game starts right off with a murder happening at Forbidden City, which was a huge palace complex in Beijing, where emperors lived with many other servants, eunuchs or concubines. You are in a role of Superintendent Anne, who needs to investigate the murder. Gameplay is point-and-click based, as I mentioned in the beginning, but not in a way like Monkey Island or Broken Sword, where you can see your character and you can click on many things on the screen. It is much more limited here, mainly because you're basically in the first-person mode. So you have to rotate from left to right, and the arrow will show you if you can go that direction or no. Same goes with opening the doors. Dialogue with another person is available if there is a mouth sign when you point at them. Or if you want to know more about some documents or clues, you can pick it up from the items bar and point it at the person you want to interact with.
Venerated Mother, may Buddha's infinite compassion be with you, and may your health flourish.
Very diligent Superintendent. I have just been told that His Majesty's devoted chief eunuch has gone to the bosom of Buddha.
When there is a question mark, that means that you can read some information about it, for example some furniture, decorations or even buildings. This game also serves as some kind of interactive encyclopedia where you can get lots of information about the Forbidden City. They are presented in text with some additional pictures or drawings. This is a nice idea how to educate via video games. Unfortunately, the gameplay feels slow and boring, especially in the first half. You are trying to find your way around, which can be sometimes difficult and frustrating because many buildings and places look very similar. There is a map of the whole palace complex which can help you navigate your way around. After you visit some locations, you can directly jump there without walking all the way. Something like a fast travel thing in the modern games. This made my life much easier because if I would have to walk everywhere, I would go crazy. As I mentioned, first half of the game is slow, but second half improves with the pacing and more murders happening around you. You need to solve some puzzles based on the clues you have.
Why this intrusion, Your Excellency?
I'm sorry to disturb you, madam, but I am investigating a crime of imperial magnitude.
When you are lost, you can visit your master, who is always in the study room with the young prince. You will visit this room the most alongside with the Office of Interior Petitions, where you will ask for permissions or give information about the progress of your investigation. This information will be always forwarded to His Majesty via the Man of Letters or Mandarins. Graphically, this game looks very nice, maybe except some scary faces and their lip movements. But the environments are done nicely. Cutscenes are also present when a murder happens or we are entering some areas. They look even better than the in-game graphics. I know that not everyone likes this static graphic style, but I think it looks good on PS1. Soundtrack is something that you will either love or hate. There are a couple of Chinese or maybe Buddhist themes depending on the area where you are located. It sounds very nice and relaxing, but when you hear it for like 20th time, you get tired of it. Character voices are surprisingly good because I was expecting something cheesy, but no. All the voice actors really fit with their characters. I was playing the English version, so I don't know how they sound in other language versions. The game is quite short once you know what to do and where to go. It can be completed in less than 3 hours. I don't think I will ever play it again, mainly because there is nothing much to explore here. It doesn't have that different answer, different outcome system. It is just one way to the end. Overall, I will give China the Forbidden City a 4 out of 10. It is not a bad game, but its slow pace and quite boring gameplay drags it down. It just doesn't have the appeal of better adventure games released in that era. However, I appreciate that they implemented a lot of information you can read about the Forbidden City. The cover art shows image of the palace with the hand holding a dagger, referring to the murders that will happen there. On my tier list I will put it behind Taifu and Men in Black, because I enjoy those games more. Forbidden City is now more expensive on eBay compared to the time I bought it. I remember buying it only for around $10, but now it starts on $32 or more. I hope you enjoyed the video. If yes, you can give a like, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell to receive retro gaming reviews every week. That is all from me for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember, do not underestimate the power of PlayStation.